Hello, world. What's up, everybody? This is Dave with the Fight Bananas podcast. How's everyone doing out there? What a crazy show we have for you guys lined up. We got Gilbert Burns, one of the greatest fighters in the world today, climbing up the ranks. Now in the welterweight ranks, fought a lightweight, seemed like 2019, super active, 3-0 in the UFC, tons of grappling matches all year long. The man just wants to fight, just wants to compete, and I love that about Gilbert Burns. He defeated our guy, right? Fight Bananas community family, Michael Beast Boy Davis, earlier in the year. Just a true superstar in the UFC, in the fight game. We're going to talk to him. Quintet Ultra, guys, UFC Fight Pass. This is December 12th, Las Vegas. It's going to be live, 7 p.m. Make sure we're ready, guys, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Quintet Ultra. We're going to talk to Gilbert Burns, how he got involved with it. Who is he interested to maybe go against, to grapple against? Because he loves to compete. I would love his take and see if there's someone that particular that he wants to get his hands on. Gilbert Burns, guys, what a week we've had on the Fight Bananas podcast. I'm talking about King Mo. I'm talking about Babalu Sobral. Okay, I'm talking about just living legends. Cub Swanson, one of the greatest UFC fighters alive today. We just had Killer B. Jenkins on with our all UFC dream card, all females. What would you do? Our 5 fights, we talked it out. What a crazy, great week. You can kind of say we went bananas. So we're going to keep it rolling, keep the momentum flying up. Quintet Ultra, UFC Fight Pass, December 12th. There's still tickets available. We'll put the link right here in the podcast. But I say it all the time. I don't want to waste my time or yours. Let's talk to Gilbert Burns. All right, guys, on the Fight Bananas hotline, we're talking to UFC welterweight Gilbert Burns. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Wow, man, we're doing great here. We're doing great. We're so excited for this Quintet Ultra, December 12th, UFC Fight Pass, once-in-a-lifetime epic event. WEC, Strikeforce Pride, and UFC all fighting, all competing on that night. How did you get involved, and how excited are you to be in this Quintet Ultra?
Man, that's awesome. I can't wait. Hopefully I get a couple minutes. My dream matchup Sakuraba. So guys just got in contact with me. Dean told he was one of the guys that I think that he's organizing. So he called me, asked if I would do it. I said, I'm always active. I try to do those grappling matches as most as I can. And he invited me. I just say yes. I just saw the scene. I like it. So I'm very excited, bro. I'm very excited. Like I said, a couple matchups would be dream matchups for me. I would never had a chance to fight with those legends such as Sakuraba. So I hope I get those matchups. I'm excited for that.
Absolutely. Okay, you said it. I would love. Is there someone or a team particular that you you want to get your hands on? You want to grapple it? You said Sakuraba. Is that someone that is a dream to you to grapple with and compete? Especially on UFC Fight Pass. Millions of people, countries all over this great planet going to be watching it live December 12th on UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah, no, sure. Like, I think the first one that I would do is Sakuraba. But yeah, let me just take a look on the list here. Such a legend that will be there. Like, I will never have opportunity to fight Sakuraba again. So why not just fight him now? So let me just take a look here real quick. So we have Sakuraba or Takagami will be then we have a couple of many guys like Chad Mendes, Mark Munoz, Cub Swanson, James Cross. Sure, why not? Why not?
Right.
I'm here for the game. I would love to face these guys that I know. I'll not be able to follow them on the UFC, but on the grappling, man, why not? I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're excited, too. It's got a lot of buzz around it. Quintet Ultra, December 12th. I actually just talked to Cub Swanson, King Mo, and Babalu all this past week. And it was funny. All three of them had different answers. So it's a 5-on-5, but it's a king of the mat. So would you like to start for your team? Would you like to be the anchor for your team to make sure, nothing gets by? Or would you be somewhere in the middle to kind of make sure? It was so funny. All three of those great superstars, living legends, Babalu, King Mo, a living legend, they all had different answers. What's your take on it? Where would you like to partake in this grappling epic Quintet Ultra?
I didn't know it would be king of the mat. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
For sure, I will be the number one. I want to be the number one.
My man.
Get all fresh, get all. Even if I end up, it's going to be the loser, still got to figure it out. But for sure, I'll be the main guy. I want to be the main guy on the UFC team.
Yeah, absolutely. And Team UFC, do you feel a little bit of pressure? It is on UFC Fight Pass. Between you and me, of course. Come on, UFC's king right now in the mixed martial arts game. Do you feel a little added pressure that you guys have to get the job done and get that victory for Team UFC?
A little bit, I think for sure we got to represent the UFC. Team UFC. For sure we have pressure. We're going to we got all the pressure.
Right. And then I love, my man, I follow you on Twitter and Instagram, and I love how busy you want to stay. I love all the tweets. Anytime anyone gets hurt, between 135 and 205, you always put your hand up. You want that fight. And I love that. I respect that so much about you. And it seems like, you're picking up so many grappling events. You just want to stay busy. You just want to compete. 2019 was an absolute monster year for you, Gilbert. What's that? What's that in your heart that just makes you compete every Saturday? It seems like you want to get after it. What does that take?
I think I know I'm 33 right now. I'm not young, 21, 22. I still have a lot of miles to go, but I feel that I'm going for at least 4 or 5 more years healthy and active. So I want to take it most as I can. I'm going to take advantage of that 4 years that I'm going to put all in the line, and I don't want no regret. When I'm done, I will say, okay, I'm done. I compete so much and fought so much. Okay, I'm done, but I'm not done yet. So right now I'm just getting started. So as Sean Shelby and the UFC kind of busy getting me a fight, in the meantime, I want to grapple. I want to evolve my grapple. That's my main weapon, and I think if I compete like I did my whole life, I'll keep improving. I'll keep getting better. I'm facing those guys. Most of the guys that I'm facing, they grappling 24/7. I'm not just grappling. I'm wrestling, boxing. So that takes a lot of improvement for myself to go there and face those challenges with those guys just doing grappling. So I think it's a lot of game. Even if I'm losing one of those grappling matches, guess what? That's not my main goal. I'm just staying busy, improving, getting better. Challenge, feel the adrenaline. Every little mistake I'm learning, I'm getting better, and I think that's the game. I'm improving on any competition I can do. I'll be doing.
Yes, sir. An improvement. Oh, my gosh. 2019, like I said, was a monster year for you inside that octagon. 3-0, different weight classes, picking up wins. Just your last win against Gunnar Nelson. Great win for you. Unanimous decision. You look phenomenal in there. Of course, you're grappling, like you said, but your boxing is just absurd. It's leaps and bounds from maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago. Your game, there's no holes in it, Gilbert. You are an absolute problem now for the welterweight division, moving up the rankings. What's next for you? Do you want an absolute top 10 guy in that welterweight division?
Be honest, that I talked to the coach and manager. I said I don't care, but we're having a conversation, and they asked me to don't say that no more, because they really care who will be my next opponent. So right now I'm looking for maybe February, March. I went up to welterweight, but I didn't have a camp yet. I had 2 fights, 2 short notice, 14 days for 2 fights. I just had 1 week training, boom, and I was at the city. First of all, I was in Uruguay. Secondly, I was in Denmark. So I want to have a camp. So as soon as I have a camp, for sure I have a couple of names in mind. I was calling out Ben Askren, so he retired. I was calling out Anthony Pettis. He went down to lightweight. So right now I have a couple of targets. I would love to face Damian Maia. I know it's even hard to call the guy out. The guy is such a gentleman. You know, I love the guy from Brazil, from the jiu-jitsu times, but I think that makes a lot of sense. You know, grappler, I get grappler, you know, like school, get old school. So, if he's not available, I think Santiago Ponzinibbio will be my second option. So, and we go from there. That's one of the guys that I want to face. Can be Brazil, can be in America, anywhere, you know. I just want to, like, at least 6 feet in camp. That would be great for me, and those are the two guys that I'm looking for right now.
Wow, yeah, absolutely. That would be a UFC dream fight. All mixed martial art fans would love that. You versus Damian Maia would be absolutely bananas. It would be a great fight. Yeah, we're so excited for you for 2020. But, of course, we're excited. This is it, December 12th, Quintet Ultra on UFC Fight Pass. For anyone that's, maybe not totally up on the grappling scene and the Quintet scene, what would you say to someone? How would you talk them into that building or buying that ticket or watching it on UFC Fight Pass? What would you say to the people out there?
Man, it's gonna be an awesome show. You're gonna have guys that all the MMA guys or fan fight know about Kuraba, King Mo, me, Chan, so Cub Sonson. A lot of tough guys, a lot of high-level guys. So go there, tune in. If you're not on Vegas yet, tune in on your Fight Pass. The Quintet rule set is amazing. King of the mat. So tune in, guys. He's going to be awesome. There's going to be a lot of action. It's not going to be just kind of casually grappling mat, guys stalling. It's going to be a lot of action. So if you guys looking for action, tune in. Fight Pass. Or Red Rock Casino in Vegas, that would be awesome. Quick, I can't wait.
Yeah, we cannot wait. My man, I'm going to let you go. I got one last quick question I got to ask you. It's this Saturday night, UFC 245 Welterweight Championship. Your weight class, we know you trained down there with Usman, down there at Hard Knocks. Usman versus Colby Covington. Who wins? How does the fight get finished?
I go Kamar. I'll be there to watch.
Yes, sir.
More closely. I'll be honoring Viviane Araújo too. She's like one of my teammates from the district training down there with Luca Vicente. So I'll help her out on the corner. So I'll be there. I'll come out by finish. I don't know. Third round, maybe fourth. Kamar has a better grappler, better stand up. It's a mix of rap for Kobe,
Yeah, can't wait. Gilbert Burns, man, we appreciate your time. A welterweight problem for the UFC. Cannot wait. We can't wait to watch you in 2020, and the whole world will be watching Quintet Ultra December 12th on UFC Fight Pass. Continue success, Gilbert. We'll talk to you very soon, my man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having me on the show. Have a good one.
Thank you, brother. All right, guys, Gilbert Burns on the Fight Bananas podcast. Wow, we're bringing it to you guys. We are bringing in the hottest, the best, the future of mixed martial arts right on the Fight Bananas podcast. It's kind of what we do. However you're listening to this, hey, thank you. And if you're not listening to it through iHeartRadio app, the best podcast app in the galaxy, or Apple Podcasts, or any podcast platform, get it. Go get it. And if you're not watching it, or, we do a lot of live interviews, we do a lot of, we go to the gyms and talk to the fighters or weigh-ins and all that stuff, make sure you're subscribed to the Fight Bananas YouTube channel. All right, just go get it. Go get it. And definitely follow our main man, Gilbert Burns, on the Instagram. Just a future, I think, welterweight champion, contender 2020. What a year for him in 2019. And I love how he stays busy. You admire that in fighters. The man takes short notice fights. It was interesting to hear him say, guys, I've done that twice last year. I want a full camp. I would love, 60 days, 50 days to really lock into my opponent and get the job done. And he, of course, he said it respectfully. He didn't call him out, but he did say the name, Damian Maia. Wow. Are you talking about a Gilbert Burns, Damian Maia fight? If that's not a main event of a ESPN card or a co-main on a UFC, that will just be incredible. Or some people in the game call it bananas. But, hey, Gilbert Burns, Team UFC Quintet Ultra on the UFC Fight Pass. What a great UFC Fight Pass is putting out so much content. It's insane. All these Quintet grappling fights. They have a ton of. They got Titan FC December 20th. We just had Uli Diaz Monster on, Danny Sabatello in the main event down there, American Top Team. He's going to shock this world, and that's also his Instagram handle. You're welcome. What a card. Island Fights is coming back. So much content on the UFC Fight Pass. Worth every penny. There you go. You're welcome, UFC. You're welcome. Thank you so much to Gilbert Burns. We appreciate your time. We're going to keep it rolling. We got a lot of stuff coming up this week, and we can't wait. December 12th, Quintet Ultra on UFC Fight Pass.